Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another episode here at Rose Cottage Acres. I was going to give you a big garden update, but I am happy to report that it is raining and I cannot. So I have a few quick little updates and then an update on my quail babies, and that's going to wrap it up for today. Have a blessed day. So everybody's clean for the next 30 seconds. You can see I'm getting some really pretty color variations in here. I did want to point out one thing to keep an eye on with baby quail as they reach about a week old and they're still on the paper like this, is that you want to look at their feet and make sure their feet stay clean. So this little guy has some little balls on his feet. You have to gently clean them off. Be very careful not to injure their feet. It's kind of how if you have a dog and in the winter there's an ice storm or a snowstorm and they go out and they get like the baseballs caked on their feet. Same thing, you have to gently clean their feet off so that they can still walk around and run around normally. So we just cleaned a couple of feet and missed that guy, so we have to get him out and clean his feet. But it is a problem with the paper like this and not having like a wire floor for everything to drop through, that some of them do get the dirty feet when they're little like this. They're going to be moving onto sand very soon. When they're about a week and a half, they actually don't even need heat anymore. You can see so many of them are getting their big bird feathers. So they're very close to being feathered. It's amazing how fast they grow. It really is. Even though I've seen it happen before, it's just incredible. It doesn't seem possible. Still got the one or two little runny guys. They're struggling along, but for the most part, they're doing really well. Oh, watch! Don't forget my buddy. So the last hatch he hatched on his own. I didn't assist, but this guy here is just still like half the size of the rest. And he's so spunky, and of course I've gotten attached to him. Hopefully he makes it. You don't be so skittering crazy. Usually walks a lot better than that. But he was the last one, and he's always been smaller. And he just isn't catching up to them. And then I've got a little guy over here. Still seems small too. Keeping an eye on them, but most of them are doing really well. And eating and eating and eating. I did end up moving them from the feed I had gotten from Tractor Supply. I went up to my local feed guy and he got me a higher protein feed. We want to make sure they could keep growing. So they are on a specialized game bird feed that has a higher protein, 28%, which is more where you want it. Good morning, ladies. These are my silkies and one caution hen. Hi, Colette. And we have one little stubborn girl back here. Hi, girl, you laying an egg? You're not laying an egg, miss. Come out of there. No, that's not your egg. This is very broody. So this summer it was Quail, the little one back there. And now it's Matilda. Well, they don't want to lay eggs. They just want to sit on other people's eggs. Right, girls? You guys, I just felt a raindrop. Try not to be excited. But I definitely just felt 2 raindrops. So this is now empty, and according to the chicks, I'm a mean and terrible person because I blocked them out of going upstairs, and I forced them to go use the real coop instead of the baby coop. Hey guys, it's raining. I don't know if you remember that. They're like, what is wrong with the world? So, if it's, yep, it's raining. Very exciting. So I still have some scarlet runner beans coming on here. Not a ton. It's dying back. I'm going to mulch the scarlet runner beans very heavily. They are supposed to be perennial if it doesn't get too cold. And I've heard rumors we might have a mild winter, and then I've heard rumors we're getting a polar coaster, whatever that is, so we'll just wait and see. But I have more seeds. I can replant if they don't make it through the winter, but let's give them a try. So we will. So I've been hearing from pretty much everybody the same thing. Fall garden, between the dryness and the heat swings, not doing well. But I've got some things. So the bok choy and the chard are doing okay, but the butterflies came back again and really nailed my cauliflower. That pathetic tiny sprout there is cauliflower. And I'm getting another round of golden zucchini. So, you know, it's, some things are frustrating, some things are great. My Christmas potatoes are looking good. They're going to go inside, of course, before it gets too cold. My boys did come out, and then the one in the front, oh, he's just such a lamb. He is a great rooster. He even be like, here, buddy, come eat over here, and show his brother where all the food is. And he's very nurturing, and he would make a wonderful guardian of a flock. I'm just not raising silkies. They were supposed to be girls. But this other guy, he's definitely the when you want running around keeping an eye on everything. But he's got a bit of an ornery streak. He hasn't ever, you know, attacked a person or anything. But every morning he comes out and chases his poor brother 2 laps around the barn. And he's like, nah, just kidding. And then he goes and eats. I don't know. He just wakes up in the morning with a little bit extra oomph. Right, boys? They're looking for new homes. They're not permanent residents, are you, gentlemen? No, they are not. They would make excellent additions to someone's silky flock, though. They're very pretty and big and healthy. They've been free-ranging in the pasture pretty much. And they're good roosters. So these are my adorable little urchins. Aren't they the sweetest things you've ever seen? Moses here is definitely one of the ones I want to keep. And Noah is kind of in the back. The girl in the front is a very light colored partridge, and I'm not sure. I'm almost wondering if she's a barnyard mix. And then the boy in the back, the red and white. So if you're anything like me, you thought that loofah gourds were a waste of time and you were disappointed you grew them. And then suddenly out of nowhere, just bam. So this is just a very short time. I have not eaten them yet. Apparently when they're very small you can eat them. But this whole thing is so covered. By the time they mature, if I don't get a sudden snap that kills the vine, I'm pretty sure my trellis is going to fall down. It is just covered with gourds. And they've jumped the trellis and they are going everywhere. Just out of nowhere. I mean, this was the puniest, most terrible, sad little thing forever, and then it just finally took off. Fall lima bean crop is probably going to do okay. Got rutabagas and broccolis in. More collards, which I never harvested my first collards for whatever reason, so I'm not quite sure. But carrots have really been a problem with germination. Very sporadic. Beans are coming on. Still plenty of tomatoes ripening on the vines. Lemongrass, I have to harvest this for tea. These are my least favorite tomato this year. I am not even going to try to pronounce the name, but it is a green tomato. It barely changes color. You have to literally touch each one to see if it's ripe. And then when they are ripe, they've been mushy and disappointing. I am not growing these again next year. I was so excited about them, but they're definitely my least favorite of the year. Very prolific. And there's one that's ripe. So when they ripen, it's just a tad different color, just a little lighter. It's hard to tell. And then they're just really not very exciting. So I had heard great things about them, but for me they're just not worth it.